Hello there and a very good evening to you. I trust that you're doing well this beautiful Friday evening. Welcome to TV47. Basically, this is TV47. Now, President William Ruto has claimed that corruption was the greatest impediment to the growth of industrialization over the last 5 years. Speaking in Kwale County, the president alleged that economic sabotage in a few individuals, whom he referred to as conmen and brokers. The president was speaking during the commissioning of the Devki Steel Mills, the second largest milling farm in Africa, in Samburu, Kwale County. This is the president's first tour of the coast region since he was elected. He is expected to make a 2-day tour of the coastal region.
Kenyan can move up the ladder. Vile tulikubaliana, sasa ni bottom up, tuanze na wale wako chini, kila mtu aweze kupata nafasi ya kujiinua na kuinuka, ndio tuweze kutembea pamoja kama wananchi wa taifa letu la Kenya. Na mimi ningependa kusema ya kwamba vile nimefika hapa leo, nataka nimshukuru ndugu yangu Guru na familia yake kwa kuwa na imani na taifa letu la Kenya. Mtu hawezi kuegeza kiwango hii ya kuweka bilioni 30. Na mumeona vile huyu mungwana amehangaika. Amesimamisha hapa watu wa mabenki, karibu mabenki 10. Mahali amekopa huyu, amekopa yule mwingine. Inaonekana kulikuwa na harambee ya mabenki ili kuweza kuegeza katika kiwanda hii, akiamini ya kwamba hii kiwanda itatufaidi kama Wakenya. Huyu Guru hafanyi kazi hapa peke yake, ako na Wakenya wengi. Mumesikia ya kwamba kiwanda hii kwa sasa inaajiri Wakenya 1,000. Kufikia Januari itakuwa inaajiri Wakenya 2,500. Na tukiwashika mkono vile ameuliza, tunaweza kuongeza wale wanafanya kazi hapa na wale wanashirikiana ama wale wanashiriki katika kuuza ile bidhaa inatoka hapa sehemu zote za taifa letu la Kenya na hata katika nchi za nje. Mimi nataka niwaulize, vile huyu mungwana Guru amekuwa na imani na taifa letu, ndivyo hivyo kila mmoja wetu tuwe na imani na taifa letu la Kenya, na tukubali ya kwamba kuna mambo mengi tunaweza tukayafanya. Kuna bidhaa nyingi tunaagiza kutoka nje ambazo zinaweza kutengenezwa hapa nyumbani. Na ndio mimi nataka nimwambie Guru na wenzako mulio katika sehemu hii ya viwanda ya kwamba serikali.
And onto the corridors of justice, Sirisia Member of Parliament John Oluke has been released on a 10 million Kenyan shillings cash bail or a bond of 20 million Kenyan shillings with a surety of similar amount pending an appeal of his 67-year jail term. The appellate judges, comprising Asike Mahandia, Grace Ngenya and Sankale Olenkatai, noted that the legislator's application for bail had merit and it was approved on grounds that he may lose his seat should he miss 8 consecutive meetings, thereby triggering a by-election. The MP was charged alongside Grace Wahungu for allegedly defrauding the National and Cereals and Produce Board 297 million Kenyan shillings in 2004.
Chini percentage ya mambo ya
tension is at an all-time high in Eldoret 24 hours after the inspection of businesses by county askaris degenerated into full-blown looting by street children and even onlookers. As a result, most business people did not open their premises as they continued to count their losses. Uasin Gishu Deputy Governor allaying any fears, saying the county has put in place measures to ensure such incidences do not reoccur. His sentiments were echoed by the area county commissioner.
Siku ya jana tuliweza kuona maneno mengi ambayo iliendelea katika jiji letu la Eldoret, na sisi kama wanabiashara hatukufurahia kuna wanabiashara walipata madhara mengi, kuna wengine waliporwa na kuna wengine waliumizwa, customers wetu pia waliumizwa. Na sisi tungependa kuuliza, mimi kama mwenyekiti wa wanabiashara, nataka niulize, by the time hii situation inafika mpaka hiyo kiwango wanabiashara wanaporwa, magari za watu zinaharibiwa, serikali ilikuwa wapi?
Sisi tumeadhirika jana, tumeshindwa kufungua kazi, tumeshindwa kufanya kazi vyema. Huu mzozo umetokea baina ya county government, wako very slow. Polisi hata hiyo action yenye walichukua sijafurahishwa nao, wako slow. Sasa ningeomba wajaribu kuimprove, wako kipaumbele kwa mzozo. Kitu kama hii kitokea, wangesuluhisha mapema, kila kitu ingekuwa shwari.
Nafanya kazi ya boutique hapa hivi. Mimi ningeomba serikali ya county pamoja na wale wa soko huko mahokas wote waongee, wapate kuelewana, ndo at least hii suluhisho ipatikane. Tufanye kazi kwa amani. Juu sasa tumefunga kila mahali, tumefunga, hakuna mahali kazi inaendelea. So mimi ningeomba county government pamoja na national government wakuje, juu imekuwa air out kila mahali, kila mtu ameona, wakuje waelewane, kazi iendelee.
Hiyo rapsha tu, watu kurushiana mawe, hawkers na watu wa municipal. Sasa kama municipal wamekaa na hapo, hatujui sasa wanapanga namna gani, sijui kama tutafungua kazi. Hao ndio walifanya hiyo stima ikapigwa na hapa. Sasa hata tukisema ni kufungua kazi saa hii, hata hatuna stima. Sasa tunaomba tutengenezwe hiyo stima, kama mambo itakuwa sawa tuendelee na kazi.
And now to County 001, Mombasa Governor Abdul Somad Nasir now says that at least 97 buildings within Mombasa are being built without the county's approval. As a result, the governor has suspended all constructions being undertaken in the 6 sub-counties of Kisauni, Nyali, Likoni, Mvita, Changamwe and Njomvu. Governor Nasir has given contractors and investors a 7-day ultimatum to resubmit their drawings and all necessary documents for reapproval before construction works resume at the sites.
Unahatarisha maisha ya watu. Hatuwezi kuwa ni wale ambao tutakuwa ni wenye angalia misiba yakishatokea ndo tuanze kupeana pole na ilikuwaje. Yale yametokea katika maeneo mengine yanafaa kuwa funzo, sisi pia tuweze kufungua macho yetu. For those properties where we'd already done a stop order, I'm repeating, for the properties we've already done a stop order, we are seeking the immediate arrest of the owners of those properties.
And still on the same matters, now to County 047, Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja has suspended 3 county officials over the Kasarani collapsed building. In a statement released on Friday, the 3 have been sent home pending investigations. The 3 are the Senior Superintendent of Building, Michael Agoya, the Kasarani Sub-County Enforcement Officer, Catherine Wairumo, and the Chief Superintendent Building, Beatrice Kimathi. Sakaja has given the officials 10 days to respond, failure to which further disciplinary actions will be taken. The county has also forwarded the names to the Directorate of Criminal Investigations for further investigations. Following rampant cases of buildings and a construction collapsing, leaving dozens of people dead in metropolitan area in the recent past, the latest being in Rwaka, Kiambu County, section of leaders are calling upon the government to disband bodies that inspects buildings for laxity, basically. Speaking when he paid a visit to the family of the elder Njude, who was killed by rumbles, together with his wife, the Kiamba Member of Parliament, John Njuguna, said the amendment of the National Construction Authority Act will empower and give the board necessary power to act on the buildings that are wrongly constructed.
We are tired as Kenyans, losing innocent life because of the construction, poor construction. Na hizi nyumba kuna watu wale wanakuja kuangalia, especially in Rwaka. Rwaka kuna nyumba nyingi sana. wanashindaga hapa hivi. They are hungry of money. Sasa tutakuwa tukiuza mioyo yetu kwa pesa.
We must look at the act that formed the National Construction Authority, because if you know, apart from putting the sign that this construction this building is not okay, they don't have any other mandate, that they cannot be able to bring that buildings down. And it's quite unfortunate, but we have also a board that has been so reluctant at the National Construction Authority. So I believe there is a lacuna, and for us what we need to do is to amend the law.
And from that, a day after Trade Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria disclosed plans to import GMO maize, stakeholders have revived the debate over its safety. The stakeholders say the government ought to come up with tangible ways of reducing food insecurity that are not harmful to Kenyans. On Thursday, Trade CS Moses Kuria said Cabinet had okayed the importation of 10 million bags of GMO maize from foreign countries.
When the government goes on GM, and Kenya has been a member or a
recent or the yesterday's statement by our Minister for Trade, when he said that there's so many ways for Kenyans to die, and that's why they have opened up the market for the importation of 10 million bags of GMO maize. We are very concerned because even previously when we have raised concerns in other years, we have been able to bring in case of a shortfall, maize, GMO-free maize from Malawi and other countries that are surrounding us. So why the interest? You know, recently on October 3rd, our president lifted the ban, the 10-year moratorium, and opened the markets. The pressure has been intense. We have often talked about it as an issue of trade, opening up the market for trade, and a lot of interest coming from the United States of America. You know, even with the trade negotiations, the Americans were very adamant that we need to lift the ban on GMO so that they can bring in duty-free GMO maize into our market, because it's one of the ways that it's very shocking. We thought it was about food security, but it's just about trade and corporate capture.
They're concerned about consuming GMOs because we don't know enough about their safety, we don't know enough about their socioeconomic impact, and what we are learning from other parts of the world where it's been commercialized is not something that we like. Then we must say no to GMOs.
Police in Migori town have recovered alleged stolen assorted items after a raid at Pandapaya slums in the outskirts of Migori town. According to Suna West Sub-County Police Commander Elizabeth Wakuloba, the officers who were working on tip-offs from members of the public raided a rented house in the slum and recovered the stolen items as the occupants managed to escape the police dragnets. Residents want the police in Migori town and other places to beef up security in all the estates around Migori town in order to make sure that they are well secured and safe to conduct their businesses. They also want the police to conduct several daytime raids in the slums so that they could be able to arrest and get the criminals who are causing terror and harm to them. The residents living in estates near Migori town are now living in fear as the criminals rain terror and cause deaths to innocents.
On information from members of the public, we were able to visit those areas, the hideouts of the stolen properties. So assorted goods were recovered from the place where these thugs hid the stolen things. Several items like TV sets, laptops, assorted clothing, pairs of shoes were recovered from the house where they were hidden.
Shughuli ile imetuleta hapa siku hii ya leo ni kuangalia vitu polisi wamenasa. Kuangalia zile vitu polisi wamenasa, sababu wananchi wengi wa hapa wamelalamika ya kwamba kuna vitu zao zinaibiwa. Siku hii ya leo nataka kupongeza polisi ya Aruba kwa hiyo kazi, na ningependa waendelee, si hapa Aruba peke yake, sehemu zingine ndio kazi hii ya wananchi ambayo wanafanya kazi kwa bidii, vitu zao zisiibiwe na wapate kulinda.
Now back to the corridors of justice. The hearing of petition filed to challenge the election of Tana River Governor GOtv has started at Malindi High Court. The petitioner, Hussein Dado of United Democratic Alliance Party UDA, alleges that the whole election exercise was marred with irregularities. The petition will be heard and concluded in 13 days by Honorable Lady Justice Mwangi, where Governor GOtv is sued as the first respondent, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commissioner IBC as the second respondent, and Lona Ogalo Uwiyo as the third respondent.
Confirm to the court that Dado Gadai got 1 vote.
So now when you talk about any other votes, I was just wondering.
Just one paragraph at page 8, a little bit on at page 165, where we have the petition. Can she go to page 132 of the IBC's response?
That, yes, that's a short one. I short one 15. Yes, 15.
Now, Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja has ordered a crackdown against unlicensed taxis and tuk-tuk in the city centre. The crackdown will cover Upper Hill Central Business District and other city zones where they are not licensed to operate. He spoke on Friday at Charter Hall, where he met the matatu owners and stakeholders. Sakaja emphasized the need to operate within the law, saying no one will be allowed to operate with impunity.
GPO na university way, you can only use one lane. Juu barabara yote iko maji. Yeah? Areas mingi ziko hivyo down Mombasa Road. So they must return it and to provide stages. Na lazima wajue ku provide stage, you're actually helping the citizens. Si matatu unasaidia. It's safety. So please, George, also you coordinate with my guys. Because now you know the safety standards, the distance from the next stage it should be etc. But bebeni kwa stage. Sasa tumezitengeneza kusikue na lawama. If I provided it for you, najua kama Kawangware kuna hiyo shida, barabara ilitengenezwa hii kwenda 46 huko juu. Now if you're collecting or picking and dropping elsewhere, msilie tukideal. Because there must be order. Na wengine hata kama kuna stage unapata mtu amesimama at the edge hapa ndo block matatu zingine. Stage mbele iko wazi. Why would you do that? Finally, your program mesema ya, in fact not finally, vile mlikuwa mna clear tao. Your decongestion. Please, within the committee, give me a proper plan around that. We will support it as a county. That we will support. So that mfanye na marshals wetu kuziclear juu mnajua magari zenu. Si ni sawa? If that system worked before, let's support it. Najua ilianza afu ikakatika. Because kulikuwa hakuna hata official way of paying those young people. So tufanye kitu structurally. That's why I have my MCS, Kiogora kwa hapa, Cargo, the chairman of transport. If we do it within our law, it will be sustainable. Isikuwa ati inaendelea sasa ile Sakaja anajisikia, na zile ajisikia inasimama. Iwe ni sheria yetu imesema tufanye hivyo pamoja na nyinyi. Sawa sawa? Najua mmesema mambo ya kupunguza hiyo bei. We'll consider, of course it can't go to the level it was time ya COVID. Hata nyinyi mnajua hivyo. Hiyo COVID ilikuwa nusu. Juu ya capacity ilikuwa imepunguka. But we will reduce it. That one I can assure you. There are a number of things that we are looking at the finance bill ambayo tutakuwa tuna propose amendment. Juu finance bill ilishapita ya 2022-2023. Definitely in the next one we will reduce it significantly. But between now and then munioneshe nyinyi pia mko na ability of roping in the others. Sana sana zile azikujitao na wale ambao walipi. Tumesema around 10,000. Munisaidie.
Meanwhile, outgoing Busia County Commissioner Sam Ojwang has called on Busia residents to collaborate with security agencies so as to curb insecurity cases in the county. In his farewell speech, Ojwang said the national government has put enough measures to tighten security in the country, which can only work if the people remain vigilant. His sentiments were echoed by incoming Busia County Commissioner Kipchumba Ruto as he called on residents to cooperate with the security officers on security matters. At the same time, they have sent a stern warning to culprits who have plans to interfere with county securities.
Yes. So, hata waziri wetu Profesa Kithure Kindiki amejitokeza waziwazi kupeana uongozi, na hiyo imetokana na uongozi wa hali ya juu ya His Excellency the President, ambaye make very firm commitment and statement on matters security, ya kwamba hakuna huruma itakuweko kwa wale ambao wanataka kuharibu usalama katika nchi hii mahali popote. Na hapa kwetu hapa Busia, mimi nitaomba tu wananchi wa Busia wapeane habari kwa vitengo vyetu vya usalama. Wakipeana information, hakuna ule ambaye ataweza kuharibu usalama.
In other parts of the republic, the security team is on top of issues, from the county headquarters to the sub-counties and even to the locations. So we appeal to the members of the public to report any incident, any insecurity to the nearest chief's office, to the police station, and even to our offices.
And the Nakuru business community has raised an alarm of a crop of cartels holding Governor Susan Kihika hostage by blocking any attempt to form her cabinet, threatening to hold demonstrations if the cartels do not withdraw the court cases unconditionally. According to the business persons, it was evident that the governor was unable to run the county due to a number of court cases lodged against her nominees to the cabinet, terming the court cases as a plot to ensure she does not perform. Central Rift Matatu Owners Association Chairman Stephen Muli says the move has stalled operations, in turn affecting the business community by a large margin. According to him, approvals for business have been a hard task without a fully functional cabinet, saying they are bound to post losses running into billions of shillings.
Zingine zinapita, mtu hafungi, naingia shift hii, anaingia shift mwingine. Lakini saa hii ukipita town saa 2 mtu amefunga biashara. Kwa sababu hakuna kitu kinachoingia na nini. Manake county saa hizi Nakuru has become a city na haina hata miezi, haijafika hata mwaka, na it's supposed to become an economic hub. Gavana atafanya vipi kazi kama amefungwa mikono sasa? Sasa tunaomba kwa upande wa gavana, yeye ako na executive orders kwa upande wake. If she can execute them. Tupate kuendelea sisi na kazi, na sisi tuko nyuma yake 100%. Ifikia hapo kama hatutoweza kupata hiyo solution, tutakuwa naye kwa maandamano. Tutakuwa naye kwa maandamano ili tupate lile ambalo tunalitaka, na tupate pia gavana wetu aingie ofisi, nyororo zitoke, apate kupata kazi yake na atufanye service delivery to all those 2.something million Nakurians.
Naitwa Simon Sangale Olenasieku, mratibu wa Nakuru Business Coalition. Hakika ninajiunga pamoja na viongozi wa mabiashara mahali